DJ Raven K with 993 KRQP on Spotify, and I got on the telly this afternoon, Mr. Ben Joel with VENTRUSS. Hey, what's going on, guy?
What's going on, DJ Raven K?
See, I love that. It's like that never gets old, but it's kind of it's like it kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? You know. But you know, enough.
Really does.
Yeah, enough about me, bro. Hey, I love the band VENTRUSS. I love what you got going on. I like your product, which is your music, and I think you would give the late great Pete Steele a run for his money. You being 6'7" and all.
Absolutely. We're just getting back from this little run we did. We went out to Ocean Springs, Mississippi with Adelita's Way.
Cool.
Just getting back, pulling into the band room in about 5 minutes. You know, it was a good little road trip we made. It's been a while since we did that, so getting back. When we get back, we got the big show, the big hometown show this Thursday with Hell Yeah and Active Plan.
I know, man. That's huge. I mean, it looks like, all the promotions, that I've seen from Hell Yeah, they're really excited. Yeah. It's not just like the standard, okay, yeah, we're getting paid deal. It's like there's a genuine interest in what they're doing.
Absolutely. I think Hell Yeah is one of those bands that, all of those guys have made it, all those guys have done already. I think they kind of do Hell Yeah fun now at this point. I mean, yes, they make money, don't get me wrong, but, Big Paul, he can live off the rest of his life. Their body can't tell. He's smart, and they think about money, but they're just doing it because they love it. Those guys are pushing shit, I believe. So, he's just putting it down, just live off the success of their life. But no, they're still pumping. They're still having a good time. They love playing, and you can tell when you listen to their music that they love playing. And I have a feeling it's going to be a phenomenal show.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad you guys are a part of it. But here's some basic questions, because everybody wants to know. You're having great shows, you're playing with great bands, but who is VENTRUSS? Give me a rundown of yourself and all the rest of your bandmates, man.
All right, well, VENTRUSS is comprised of 5 members. That's members of D, which is the vocalist, Ben Joel. We have 2 guitar artists, Sean Savall plays lead, Spencer Chandler who plays rhythm. We have Tony McRaw on bass, and we have Mr. BJ Davidson, who's addition to the band on the drums.
Yeah, I love Skinsman. So BJ, congratulations on the drums, brother.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, he's the newest addition to the band. He's definitely been welcomed with open arms, and actually brought a completely new vibe to the band that we haven't had before. He's all about just going forward and not stopping till we get there. So you gotta love. You can't hate that. You gotta love that.
Yeah, there's always something about tenacity and drive that just.
Always. And you gotta have everybody on that page too, and that's I think for the first time, this is we finally have that drive. We have that. Everyone has that passion for it, and everyone just wants to strive to do the best you can possibly do.
Well, I'm glad that you all are on the up and up. You've played with 1,000 Foot Crutch. You've done several shows with Adelita's Way. Now you're going to do Hell Yeah. I'm telling you, you're on the fast track, buddy. And I'm telling you, I have good feelings about this Hell Yeah show. And you never know. You never know, bro. Y'all could be hitting a big studio one day, and then going on some massive Code headlining tour. Supporting a big act, man. It could happen, man.
Absolutely, and that's how you get there. You just got to keep working, striving, and getting on shows with the band. And one day someone's gonna notice you.
All right.
That's how the industry works. You just gotta keep striving, and then if someone notices you and believes you, they're gonna want to work with you, and then they're gonna put you on even bigger shows, and even bigger tours, and even bigger stages, and and bigger festivals, and it just the list just climbs.
Oh yeah, man, and that's totally awesome, and what's kind of cool is when Scott Stapp went on his Proof of Life tour here in 2016, he had an up-and-coming rock band, that pretty much like you guys. They're big in Texas, but now they got the name of the band is Rocket Queen, and they got a lot of notoriety, on that tour. I mean, that's pretty doggone successful, and
that is absolutely,
and that put them on a good fast track. I mean, because everybody knows who Scott Stapp is, and
absolutely,
and you got to be at a certain caliber to be on the road with him. So, congratulations to those guys when they were on the road with him. And
absolutely,
and I can see that for you guys. So just keep in there, keep grinding, bro.
All it takes is that strike. That's the band that came out of our area. They got signed by Rise 2 years ago.
Cool.
And I believe they're going on the road in Australia.
Wow.
With Boulevard Valentine and Atreyu.
Oh yeah, that's
in Europe
that's
later
huge.
this year with Boulevard Valentine and Killswitch Engage.
Wow.
It's no joke. It's a band called Cane Hill. I don't know if you're familiar with Cane Hill or not.
No, I'm not with them. Okay, I like Warped Tour, but those guys I haven't heard of yet. I'm gonna check them out.
Oh, really? They're very new metal. They got a lot of Korn, a lot of Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, even some Pantera. They're bringing back a lot of old school, like 90s-ish, 90s, late 80s.
Oh yeah.
With some 90s groove. So it's very interesting. They're good band, great band.
Well, yeah. Well, speaking of Pantera, it's kind of cool you bring that up. The album, it resonates, in my opinion. This is strictly my opinion, not the opinion of anybody else. It's strictly mine. When Cowboys from Hell came out, that was a transition point for Pantera.
Absolutely.
And I was thinking, because how would Pantera sound today? With all the modernized, situations, and if they were younger. And I'm like, man, VENTRUSS is pretty dead on with what I think they would sound like. But you're your own band, but the comparisons, in my opinion, are pretty doggone solid.
Oh, I appreciate that big time. Pantera is one of the huge influences of ours, especially mine. Pantera, the reason I got into Pantera was because, all the bands I was listening to, like Disturbed and Avenged Sevenfold, for some reason, all those bands had a similar influence, and that was Pantera. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, this Pantera band must be pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. So I went back, looked them all up, and ended up falling in love with the music, and I've been a fan for some time now, so I mean, to be told that, in the long run is just, complete, honor.
Yeah, man. And then on top of that, of course, Phil's from NOLA, so kind of works out.
Yeah, exactly. So we got we're being compared to a hometown boy, home state, technically.
Yeah. Well, Guy, I didn't want to take too much of your time, but thank you very much for calling in here on a Sunday. I wanted to have a snapshot of you guys, get people to understand, who you guys are and what you're a little bit about. But I would be remiss if I don't tell you to tell us where we can get a hold of you as far as social media and things like that. What projects are coming up? We already know about the show on Thursday, but what's after that for VENTRUSS?
Alright, so you can find our social media sites. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/VENTRUSS, Shrever.com/VENTRUSS. Twitter is VENTRUSS_. And then we have Instagram. We're basically every website. Just search name and you'll find it. You can find our music on iTunes. You can find our music on Spotify. You can find our music on iHeartRadio. You can find our music on Amazon, on our website. You can find all of our merch on our Bandcamp, VENTRUSS.bandcamp.com, where we have t-shirts, CDs, and all of our stuff. The Hell Yeah show is so far the last show we have set for this year. Okay. We're trying to write album number 2. Actually, we had the EP, but technically this will be album number 1.
Okay.
And try to get that done, try to get that recorded, and hopefully by mid next year. So we have that coming up. And as far as other shows, I mean, we're gonna try to keep getting these big shows in, as well as playing with our favorite local bands in the area. We definitely can't exclude them.
No, you definitely can't.
So we're definitely gonna try to. We're gonna probably let it down a little while just to get back into it. Write some stuff, but we'll definitely be back, hit it hard once after the fact.
Oh yeah, and enjoy the holidays. Enjoy some time off. Family time is awesome. And let me tell you, 17 will be here before you know it, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. It's already September. It's like it just happened.
Yeah, man. And just let you know, you're always will be a favorite played with 99.3 KRQP on Spotify, and you're a favorite of mine and friend too. So it's awesome.
We definitely appreciate DJ Ray K.
Yeah, man.
Definitely gonna let everybody know back at home to listen to your station. To show the love, to share the love, and because we can help everybody out, but especially to help us. About spreading the love for everybody.
All right, man. And if you want to go ahead and get access to the whole catalog of all the stations on 99.3 KRQP, all the playlists that are in that for Spotify, all you gotta do is just type in my name, just Raven Cade, and then hit follow, and then you can just see all those playlists and just pick a flavor, son.
Sweet deal.
All right, man. Well, take care. Hey, you're welcome, dude, and have a great time. Enjoy some time off after the show, but enjoy this moment, brother.
Sure will. Thank you, DJ Raven Cade. You have a good one. Thank you for having me.
All right, bro.